So it's another beautiful day here in Newport Coast. You're standing outside one of our exclusive listings here in a community called Pelican Ridge Estates. This is 7 Seahaven. It's a custom property that was built in '94. It's got 4 bedrooms, an oversized office. It's a little shy of 4,600 square feet. The lot's almost 14,000 square feet. We're going to talk about why this home is an incredible property because of all of its potential. Sam and myself and Lili, our whole team, has postured and kind of had a dream about a decade ago to be the dominant agents in the gate. You know, honestly, I can't look in any direction or any street and not see a home that we haven't sold. Right? I mean, leased, sold, represented a seller or buyer. Sam, tell us how many homes are for sale in the community right now within Pelican Ridge?
Just 2 homes for sale right now. Not any surplus of homes at any given time available in here. It's usually pretty typical to have 1 or 2, and what you see is almost what you get. So when there's something good, you kind of have to really jump on these because these are things that we've seen. They don't come up every year, every 2 years. People wait in line. Like if Steve panned out outside the gate, you'd see a line of people waiting outside to get into the next home here, which is why we're trying to sell this one for a really good value, like Paul was saying. Yeah,
and we're listed at $7,998 on this one, almost $8 million for a true custom property that's got a spectacular city lights view. Lili, what are some of the things that you love most about the community and the gate?
You know, it's a hidden gem with all the Pelicans here in Newport Coast, and there's customs, there's semi-customs. It's a nice variety, but like Sam mentioned, when a property comes up, it is very few, so, and they're limited. So not so much movement in these gates because I think once you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah, I think it's, I'm glad you brought that up. I think it's important to explain why there's so few homes for sale, especially lately. You've got a lot of tract homes in Newport Coast. A lot of them are guard gated. And then when you get into the custom and semi-custom homes, the options really shrink. And over the last 3 or 4 years, especially post-COVID, the gap between the custom prices in this neighborhood and the next step up, which would be Pelican Hill, Pelican Crest, or Crystal Cove Customs, is not being 10, 20%. It's double or triple. So if homes in here used to sell for 3-4 million, and now they're 6 to 12 million, the homes across the street are, the cheapest home in Pelican Hill right now is 10 Fair Harbor that's listed at 18.8 million. Right. And actually I take that back, it's 28 Fairway Point. That came on for right under 18 million, which needs a full renovation. But my point is,
still right around there.
You're gonna buy a house for right under 20 million, all the way up into the 30s. That's what the next category of size and view and lot size kind of home gets you. So that's why this is an in-demand community. It's different than the tract homes. You can put up, for example, we're standing in the driveway, Lil. What would you do right here?
A motor court?
Yeah.
A beautiful custom iron gate welcoming you to this extravagant and oversized driveway.
Yeah, I mean,
you have your 3-car garage and you are capable of parking a plethora of cars in this driveway.
Did you just use plethora?
Hosting honestly a
that's
lavish,
one of my favorite words, plethora.
Lavish entryway to a party.
Yeah.
I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can do a gorgeous fountain out here.
So something you're not going to
make it almost like those gates, the Pelican Hill homes.
Yeah, I think you're going to get double door entries, double vaulted ceilings.
Yeah.
This house,
True
for example.
custom feel.
So when we go inside, we're going to point out things that maybe most people won't see right away, which is when you get inside, you've got really only second story on half the house. So half of it from the office to the formal living kind of bar area, formal dining and foyer is double vaulted ceiling.
Yeah.
And it gives you that wow factor.
Right.
I mean, there's really a big difference between a custom home and a tract home, not necessarily on paper, but it's how the home makes you feel. It's the curb appeal. It's a long driveway. Fun fact, people don't know this, in Newport Coast, many of the tract home gates, they do not allow you to gate your driveway anymore. They did at some point, they're grandfathered in now, but these custom neighborhoods, again, it takes an HOA approval, which is easy, or depends how you look at it. Lili's actually on the board on the other side, right? Aren't you currently on the architectural committee?
Landscape,
Landscape, yeah, perfect. But the point is, we decided to move into this gate because we loved it. We love the streets that are lined with olive trees. It's just so beautiful. The streets are a little bit wider. We love cruising around the neighborhood with our kids.
Yeah, the homes have a lot of privacy. They're not compacted. You have such a nice space between your neighbors that they're there, but they're not.
That's such a good point. I love going into homes from the front and the backyard and not noticing your neighbors around you.
Yeah.
And in many cases, because a lot of them are view properties, there's no immediate neighbor behind you.
No.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I can't say enough good things about this community, Pelican Ridge Estates. We love it. Let's go take you inside, give you a quick tour. So we're in the foyer. Really, it's not a normal foyer. This is a grand foyer.
Yes.
And I think if you look at the size of this foyer, it's one that you would probably associate with a home that's twice the size of this actual property.
Absolutely.
It feels
yeah.
like a foyer that I've seen from an 8, 9, 10, 11,000 square foot house.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I think the bonuses and the pluses of being in this type of neighborhood in this house. What would you do to this house? A lot of people come and say, okay, hey, I like this style, but I wish it was more modernized. I wish it was more transitional.
Right, right.
Since you've helped remodel so many of
Yeah.
our clients' homes and our properties, what would you do here?
Well, what you'd want to do is create a really nice entryway, and I would probably do different flooring on this level.
Okay.
To have it be a really nice contrast with the living and the dining rooms.
Yeah.
And
So
this beautiful
maybe-
spiral staircase, what I would do is square it off. So you have that empty pocket in the corner,
So
and you can
stairs,
actually
landing, straight down.
Right,
And, then
and
maybe
then-
maybe
yeah.
stone on this level, and in those two areas,
We
like
could do hardwood.
like a herringbone or chevron pattern wood floors.
Exactly.
Okay.
Would be
All
such
right.
a nice contrast, and it would give this its own entryway, which it deserves, and it
Would
would
you
also
square off-
highlight those areas.
Square off the arches.
I would square off and take them up as much as I can. I know that this house does have some empty soffits that we can always get rid of and just
Take advantage of.
elevate the
Yeah.
ceiling levels, even surprisingly more than they already are, being so high.
What I said outside was, again, I'll repeat it, most of the house does not have a second story above you here.
Yeah.
So when you go into tract homes or other types of properties, they literally maximize the square footage within the building envelope
Right.
with putting second story above
Yeah,
you.
this whole area would have been filled up, and this would have been like an additional room or bonus
Yeah.
area upstairs. But no, they want to capture this dramatic elegance that this home can offer.
Yeah, again, your guests get impressed and wowed right when they come in
Oh, yeah.
and right when they leave. It's
Absolutely.
got some kind of really, I think this custom feel we keep on talking about is this space and scale that's over and above what normally you find in
Right,
any other home
yeah.
this size. So on this main level, you've got a executive office. It's got French doors leading out.
Yeah.
The doors and windows are all
Beautiful.
wood clad, so they're not like your typical tract home with fiberglass or other kind of man-made materials. You've got great ceiling height. This is probably 11 feet tall in the office. And you've got a powder room. This is one thing that I always mention to people. If you like throwing parties, like we do, if you like having a lot of people over, you can't just have one powder room
No,
downstairs.
you need a couple of main floor bathrooms.
Yeah, so you have a powder room here.
Yes.
Right? You've got a powder room at the other end of the property, and you have a guest suite with a third bathroom downstairs.
Wow.
Yeah,
Then-
so if you
then,
had
yeah.
10 people over here, or the immediate
Lots
family,
of abundance of space.
or if you had the
and-
100-person
yeah.
Super Bowl party or Halloween party, you got 3 bathrooms downstairs, so people don't need to go upstairs and use your bathroom. Let's pop into the formal living space. This is a space that really obviously has gotten a lot less usable and desirable in a lot of homes.
Yeah,
It's
they're converting more into bars, lounge rooms, piano rooms.
So if we lived here, I think we'd obviously see like a piano in the corner. You'd have like club chairs, and this would be a full-on bar.
Yeah.
So whether it was this wall or that wall, you'd have for either a wine cellar
Right.
or an actual bar where a bartender could sit behind. I know in our current property, I wouldn't think about this, but our bar, when we have people over, probably gets used more than any other room.
Right, yeah.
And this gives
And-
you also direct access to the backyard.
which is so nice to have that indoor-outdoor, and you're entertaining at the same time.
So super hazy day today, but you've got no rooftops, and you've got essentially city light views, and you've got really great privacy back here. This could, if you want, you've got a spa with a water feature. You could add a pool if you
You could
wanted.
easily take advantage of this huge backyard. I would
Hardscape.
convert into half pool, half lawn.
Yeah.
The kids can have something to play on.
Yeah.
But it's so massive, and it's such a beautiful space.
Yeah,
and
we-
all this greenery to have as an extension of your backyard makes it feel much larger than it actually is.
Yeah, and then we're not advertising the house as an ocean view property, but right now it's hazy today, but you're seeing where Spyglass kind of ends, and that is the ocean. I'm looking 12 o'clock right at Hogue down there. Again, super hazy day today. So you do get to scratch that itch a little bit and see some water.
Right.
It's mainly
Yeah.
city lights, and at night it's going to be super dramatic. You're looking towards Irvine and beyond. And
Yeah.
again, look at the privacy here. If you look straight ahead, Steve, I mean, you don't even have screening trees. You just have a couple fruit trees on the neighbor's
I would
house.
just plug in some
Ficus,
hedges.
yeah.
Yep. Put in some hedge right there to cover the gate. such an easy, quick fix. But other than that, the landscaping for the most part is just so elegant and beautiful and
then Steve,
minimal.
Take a look over here. Look, you can't even see the neighbor to the left.
Right.
You know, it depends what way you're looking, but the left side, if you're facing the house, you can't even see the neighbor next door. The owner here added this pergola, which I thought was a really cool feature to kind of give some shade.
You can turn it into a very modern pergola and incorporate some heat lamps inside the ceiling.
So the cool
create a
thing
nice
is,
modern space right here.
Absolutely.
Do a double island barbecue.
Yeah, so you've got your barbecue here. You could do a waterfall edge. You could take it further.
Yeah.
You know, this would be great everyday use when you're barbecuing at night with the family.
Yeah.
You know, after a day of work or on the weekends, or for a big party, you could have a couple bartenders here.
Right,
I mean, it really serves a lot of purposes. It's great for everyday living. You could throw amazing small or huge get-togethers. You really don't have any limitations. We're going to walk in. Another great feature about this house, even though it was built in '94, which means it was designed well before that, is this is a pretty spacious family room, right? So this great room, family room, is enormous, and the best thing is it opens right up to the kitchen and a huge breakfast table. You know, when the previous owner, this is the second time we're selling this house, for the previous owner, there was an 8-person, really dining table in the breakfast
It could
nook.
be a second dining table.
Yeah,
definitely.
absolutely.
It's a massive space.
For a lot of people,
I love all the windows, all the natural light is such a plus.
Yeah, so a lot of people see what's in front of their eyes and they can't imagine, the beautiful white countertops and either the wood or the light limestone floors here. And that's really what we have to basically
paint the picture,
make them aware of it, and make them understand exactly what it'll take to get there.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, people want to live in that kind of home these days. I would say 9 out of 10 buyers, but they also love to get the appreciation of the property, right? They buy it for a certain number, they do the remodel, and when they move into it, it's exactly what they want, and they love the equity play.
Yes, I think that's important. It's exactly what they want, and it's going to make it more of a dream home feel for them versus, oh, I'm living in someone else's creation.
Yeah, or older home, right?
Yeah.
So to round the property out on the first floor, you have another powder room, which I mentioned. So that's 2 powder rooms on the first floor. You've got a main floor guest suite with a closet and bathroom en suite.
Yeah.
You've got a big 3-car garage side by side, not tandem. Again, a lot of tract homes, they say 3-car garage, but you got 2 side by side and 1 tandem that never gets used. You can park 3 cars. You got storage and 2 closets, technically 3 closet spaces in the garage. You've got a main floor laundry. I don't know, I would probably convert that to a dirty kitchen or a prep kitchen. That's what I would do, and relocate the laundry somewhere else. We'll kind of take you through back and then end up upstairs, past the grand foyer. You got a coat closet here, pretty well laid out, good for everyday use. And this space never gets old. I love this space.
The breeze coming in and flowing out is really something special.
A couple other noteworthy things. No neighbor in front of you. You're on a cul-de-sac street, super quiet, guard gated, so no solicitors, super private in that sense. Double guard gated. Yeah, you got 2 gate entrances, one at Vista Ridge, one at the Ocean Ridge Street. And then you've got obviously phenomenal views and really amazing privacy.
And you have the amenities of Newport Coast. You have pool, tennis courts,
basketball,
beautiful park. Our kids love the park.
Our dog Bentley loves to go to the park here. Yeah, you could literally walk it from here.
You could throw parties there. You have access to the private clubhouse that everyone's had parties. We've had our baby shower there.
Yes, yeah, red carpet baby shower. And the other thing is
the amenities outside of the gate are endless.
Let me ask you a question. We live at the other end of the, closer to the other gate. If we lived here, would you walk the girls to school every day?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's so easy. The school is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Couldn't complain about the location.
Yeah. Oh man, this breeze is like, I feel like Titanic right now. Let's go upstairs. Let's take a look. I'm going to meet Sam up there.
Sounds great. Let's go.
Perfect. All right. So we're in the main primary suite. This is the owner's suite. And what I love about this is, one, you've got huge ceilings, really oversized space. You've got great options for 2 different bed walls, depending on how you want to face the view or look at your TV. You've got a sitting area here. Sam, what do you think about this view? You've probably seen every house in the community. We've seen every view profile. What do you think about this one?
It's pretty incredible because not only do you get view, but you get privacy and quietness, which is tough to get all 3 of those in a house in any gate in the zip code.
What do you not see a lot of right now?
Houses.
rooftops.
neighbors,
Yeah.
other homes,
Yeah,
people.
so you get
that-
privacy
Yeah.
and the greenery, because the community is not new. It's obviously about 30 years old, right? You've got these beautiful lush trees that have like matured, and you've got this like lush green, almost like carpet over the rooftops, and it feels like an extension of your yard or your lot space. And then you're looking right out over the view. You're gonna see obviously the Hollywood sign on a clear day, beautiful mountains. I mean, I can make out Irvine and beyond right now, and it's just beautiful and serene. And up here you got a little bit of ocean view to the left. For people that, obviously there's three types of views. You either have a non-view, you have like city lights and canyon, and you have ocean. I think for a partial ocean and a lot of canyon and big city lights, this is one of the better views I've seen in the gate. Wouldn't
The
you
best
agree?
part about it is at nighttime, it becomes way better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You and I typically are out working all day long, so when you come home at night, you've got that beautiful city lights view. Now, one thing I wanted to point out, a lot of people are gonna physically see what's here right now, right? Even though the owner just redid these floors because there was carpet here, you could easily change them to a lighter French oak. You could demo this fireplace mantle, do stone all the way up. These are beautiful custom doors and casing. You could literally paint them to any color you wanted, and just some new base molding and some lighting fixtures are going to make this feel like a primary suite out of a much more expensive home, like 10 to 15 million, I would say. There's also 2 balconies. These are things you barely get 1 balcony in a normal primary suite. This one you've got 2. The bathroom, the primary bathroom, has just endless possibility. You can put a makeup vanity, you could do 2 sinks, you've got a big walk-in closet, double door entry, and I think that's what's one of the best features about the house. So this is kind of the rounded out tour of 7 Seahaven. Thank you for coming by today. This is a house that someone's gonna look at and say, gosh, I wish I would have bought it and I should have done the remodel, because when it's finished and they invite their friends or other people that might have seen it, they're gonna kick themselves. And that's happened, I would say, a couple dozen times for us in this gate alone, where people have said, how did this house turn or transform into this in such a short period of time? I didn't think it was possible. So that's what we're here to do, is kind of sell the dream, paint the picture, and literally walk people through the process. So that's it for now. Thanks for coming with us on this tour on 7 Seahaven and Pelican Ridge Estates. So stay tuned for the next one.